Hello everyone. I wanted to show you just some quick tips on how to get your campaign set up in Google Ads. You can do it manually. Probably some of you have followed along in class, and you can create ad groups, keywords, ads manually in Google Ads. But I'm going to show you how to do it by importing, which will save you a little bit of time. So for starters, I'm in the DO Sandbox account. I'm going to go into the test campaign, and that's where I'm going to be creating new ad groups, keywords, and ads. I've created a Google Sheet, which is similar to the sheets you guys have been working on, but I'll point out a few things. So one is on the Keywords tab, I have columns for campaign and ad group as well as keyword, and then I have the punctuation showing what match type each keyword is. I also have added an ad groups tab, and this is a list of the ad groups that I want to create. I need to do that first before I'm going to be able to import keywords and ads. And then last, I have an ads tab, and this has the columns that were included in the template that I shared when you were creating ads in the first place. You may have also added a headline 3 and you might be using description 1 and 2. That's fine instead of description. Either format will work. So you can submit ads with 2 headlines or 3 headlines, 1 description line or 2 description lines. Either one is fine. One thing I just want to quickly point out is when I do the importing, it'll reject ads if they're too long. So I can do just a check to make sure that my headlines and descriptions are the right length. So headlines need to be 30 characters or less, and the description line needs to be 80 characters or less. So I just did the len formula, checking columns C, D, and E, and it looks like all of my headlines are below 30, and my description lines, I do have one description line that is longer. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, I'm going to delete those. I need to delete those before creating import files. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and for each of these tabs, I'm going to download as comma separated values. So I've downloaded my AdWords tab. Going to download my keywords tab as comma separated values, and download my ads tab. Okay, now I'm going to go back to Google Ads, and I am on the ad groups tab. So I'm going to go over to this little 3 dots, the more link here. I'm going to click upload. I'm going to upload a file. And what I want is the ad groups export that I just created. And I'm going to apply that. Okay, so now it's created my new ad groups. You see them showing up down here. One thing I can do just to check is if I click on this little tab on the bottom and view details, it'll show me what it just imported. So there it is. I'm going to click back and head back in to test campaign. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I've created my ad groups. Now I'm going to upload my keywords. And I'm going to apply. Okay, now it's imported the keywords that I just created. You see them mixed in with some of the other keywords, and they're importing into the correct ad groups because they have that ad group column. And then last but not least, I'm going to upload. And one thing you might wonder is you might have noticed that there is the option to upload from a Google Sheet directly. I actually find this a little easier than doing it that way, but you can try doing it that way as well. Okay. All right, so now it's imported my ads. If I go viewing details, I had that one ad that had too many characters in the description line, but it actually looks okay. So it might be because they do allow 2 description lines that you can get away, if you're only doing 1 description line, you can get away with more than 80 characters. But if it had failed, it would have told me here that it had too many characters. So I'm going to click back. So campaigns, test campaign, and let's have a look. I've got my track shoes ad group, and so I've got my keywords in there, and I got my ads in there. So voila, I am all done. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit. That's all for now.